pretty much born and raised here. I was born in Peace River, but I think I was 2.5 years old, and I was like, so I consider myself born and raised in Cold Lake, and small town guy. Honestly, like anybody else that gets into combative sports, with the majority of it, they're finding themselves in trouble. You know, I was going down the wrong path when I was younger, and then got into combative sports. MMA to start with. I had a buddy that got me my first couple amateur fights, which got me making some right decisions, and then I transitioned over to boxing probably about, let's say about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago. I've done so far 8 pro boxing matches. But the reason I do it is because it's a great feeling. Like Dean was saying, you got to make the sacrifices, but at the end of the day, the risk is worth the reward. I call it the roller coaster. You know, like there's days where you feel on top of the world, and there's days you're kind of, oh, what am I doing? Why am I here? But then, honestly, for me, the second that fight is over, you miss it and you want to get it back again. And I always tell people, because they ask me, well, you've been doing this for so long now, you must not get scared, must not get nervous anymore. I tell them, no, man, I still get scared. You know, I'm still nervous every single time. I always tell them if an individual says they're not scared or nervous, there's 2 things: they're either lying or they're crazy. So, and I think that's the edge. If you can be scared and be nervous, that's going to push you even farther when you step in that ring or that cage. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, win or lose, I gave it my all. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take the learnings from it, and I'm going to improve. I've always been a Tito Ortiz fan. I usually get made fun of because of that one, but just the reason behind that is he's always been open, honest, and he changed the aspect of the industry. He went about it the wrong way, but he was there for the fighters. When it comes to boxing, you know, Tyson Fury, from what he's done outside of the ring, you know, from depression, weight gaining, from being top of the world to bottom of the barrel and getting it all back again, you know, that's you can't take that away from the guy. It'd have to be my dad. You know, just the character that he showed me and taught me throughout life on, okay, you'll get out what you put in on things, and don't make excuses, try hard. So I'm sure a lot of people say that, but obviously my dad would probably be my biggest inspiration outside of combative sports. Well, I've been doing combative sports probably about 15 years now. When I started with MMA, it was kind of makeshift gyms all around. Garages, squash courts, you know, energy centers, things like that. Going to Edmonton quite a bit, doing trips on days off. So yeah, like this is the first place I can call home in 15 years. So it's been, 2.5, 3 years, 4 years that I've been training here. So it's going to be nice to be able to show what we've accomplished and be able to put that to work when it comes to next month or at the end of the month. So it's one thing I'm looking forward to, and kind of get Titan's name out there and show what we can represent. But it's been a dream. It's always been a dream to own a club, to be a part owner of a club, and then kind of give back to the community. And honestly, working with these guys we're a good, great bunch of guys, and we want to give back to the community, and that's pretty much what it's all about.
And just so you know, he was my first call. He was my first call ever. I'm like, hey, I really want to make this happen. Can you come in with me on it? And he's like, can I call you back?
I guess there's a variety pack. Everybody kind of is a different style of a fighter. You kind of pick and choose what works best for you. You always got good advice coming from everybody, right? Like, even me, I probably had the least experience out of everybody, but at this point, I can say I know way more than Dean.
Well done. I think it's one of the biggest feathers in our hat as a group, as a team here of coaches, to have that diverse background, and to always, even the way we coach, even the way we deal with clients. I mean, Jordy is the most favorite coach by far, because he knows how to like develop camaraderie with them and have fun with them, and they all love having him around. Probably because he's a child as well, so they all feel important on him. But and then, you know, Tim coming from MMA background, myself with hockey and then boxing, and then even Eric's his past with competing nationally, and then Tyler with his MMA background. I mean, we all have different tools to bring to this toolbox, and all the classes are designed differently, which I think is a great asset as a team.
Yeah, no, just echo what you guys said. We got 5 coaches, 5 different skill sets when it comes to technical skills, cardiovascular skills, just grinding on people. And like we said, we amalgamate that together, and it's like a sponge. The kids can take what they want, they just soak it all up, and they put it all together, and you develop champions. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. And that's what we will be doing. No, the only thing that's changed is I don't have to travel. I'm here. I can come here whenever I want. I got a set of keys, which is awesome. I got a great bunch of guys that dedicate their time and help me get ready. And probably the biggest thing that's changed is the name Titans, represent that name and do it proud. So that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to doing, and I guarantee we'll be doing that when it comes on the 29th for sure, 100%.
Another driving factor I'd like to think for Tim, and I know for myself, having Tim fight right now, is a lot of these kids, a lot of our clients right now, they don't know how hard they've got to push to get to the level of being successful as an athlete, number one, or eventually a professional status. They can all do it. They're all capable of it. They just got to know how hard to push themselves. And right now, Tim is a leading example of how hard you have to push yourself. He hates skipping, but he does it anyway. He hates a lot of stuff, but he does it anyway. He does it on the days he doesn't want to come. And he's sweating buckets when he leaves here, and the other kids get to see this. They get to see, okay, well, if I want to achieve success in this, I got to do what he's doing.
Obviously, the delay, there's a reason why I've been out of the ring for over 2.5 years now because of the COVID. I told myself I wasn't going to compete once I turned 40. The goal was, and the promise of the missus was, okay, 40, you're done. But then I kind of sweet talked her there. Been out for 2 years, so now it's, at the end of the day, the story's not finished. There's still some pages I got to write in that book, and honestly, I'm thinking this is the year. This will be the year we're going to go back to back and try to get as many fights as possible. I'm not a spring chicken no more, but I'm sure everybody says this, but honestly, being 40 years old, I feel like I'm in the best shape, better than I once was 30, and I owe a lot of that to these guys in this club, because having a regular place to train and being able to make those sacrifices, and instead of sitting at home having a chocolate bar or drinking a beer, I come down to the club and we put some work in. So it's been really good, and I'm super excited to be able to demonstrate what it's like to have a club. I'm not making excuses, but for years I competed against some really good competition, and I held my own, and now it's going to be interesting and exciting to see what a guy can do with actually being on somewhat of a level playing field. So I'm super stoked to have that opportunity.
Well, for as long as I've known him, he's literally the most resilient and durable guy that I know. He's taken super hard punches from myself, Tyler, other heavyweights in here, and it never phases him. And he just keeps on coming. Another thing about Tim is that he stays in shape all the time. He stays healthy and in shape all the time. So it doesn't take him long to get in really, really good shape. He's very durable and resilient, and I've never seen that in any other fighter in my life.
Another thing is too, like, we see all the work that he puts in down here every night. He also gets up before he goes to work, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's on the assault bike, or he's lifting weights or whatever. He puts in the extra work. He's not just committed to that hour or 2 hours down here. He's doing work prior to, and just like staying generally healthy, like he said. He's 40 years old. I don't like saying this. He doesn't look like he's 40, but yeah, he's always peak, ready to rock.
I don't know about you, but I've never seen him look better as a boxer. I've never seen him look better than he does right now. He's sharper, he's faster, he's stronger. His endurance is even better than I've seen him in the past.
It'd be, why am I still doing this at the age of 40? And honestly, it's because, like I said, the story's not done yet. I got to keep going. I can't. My wife always says, and even my dad always says, no, you got to quit before you get hurt. Well, I can't. I got to quit on my own terms, and I'm not ready to quit right now. I've always wanted to be able to say, okay, I've come out of a club, and like I said, I'm not making excuses. I've done really well with combative sports. I've been top 5, top 10 in Canada when it comes to MMA and boxing. That's with makeshift gyms. So I've always wondered in the back of my head, what can I do if I've got a proper facility to train at? So honestly, I'll take the cards that I was dealt with, and if that means doing this when I'm 40, so be it. Let's do it when I'm 40, and let's play some game with some 25 and 26-year-old kids. And at the end of the day, I'll show them what it means to be a little bit older, a little bit smarter, and I'll bring them in deep water, places they've never been before. So I think he's 24, 26 years old, 6'4", 230-ish pounds. He's got about a 17, 18 fight amateur background. He's 4-0 when it comes to professional boxing. Fairly talented, pretty technical individual. Like I said, nothing against him. I never ever promise a winner or a loss, or I never say I'm going to win the fight, but the one thing I can guarantee is this individual is going to know he's in a fight. I'm not just saying this. He's going to be in his toughest fight. There's a reason why they've asked me to compete against him multiple times, trying to get me on short notice, and I said no. If we're going to do this, let's make it an even playing field, and then sign the contract. Send me the contract, I'll sign it. So come the 29th, this kid's gonna know he's in a fight. And at the end of the day, either him or myself are going to bed, and I'm almost leaning towards it's going to be him. I'm going to put him in places he's never been before. Like I said, I'm not being cocky or arrogant when I say that. I just know for a fact that I'll grind on this kid. I'm either going to bring out the best of him or I'm going to break him. One of the two. It's going to happen. And then afterwards, we go there, like, well, who's this guy, who's this club from Cold Lake? They don't know now, but they'll know when we leave. So that's what's nice about that. And we've been the spoilers many a times before, and this isn't going to be the last time that we do that either. So there's no pressure. The pressure is on this kid. He's 4-0. He's been spoon-fed these individuals.
Fighting in his backyard.
Yeah, fighting in his backyard. So I know for a fact going there that if it goes to decision, even if it's one-sided, it's probably going to be a draw. So at the end of the day, the guy's got to go to sleep.
So he knows that going in. He knows we can't make it close.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. which plays into my style anyways, right? Like I've always been, I have no issues admitting I'm not the most technical guy, but I will grind on you to the point where we'll see who wins this, and I have no issues getting hit. I have no issues getting put to sleep. I'm not being cocky or tough when I say that. It's combative sports. You're getting punched in the face, so you sign on the dotted line to maybe take a nap here or there, so it is what it is. It's his hometown, you know, so with that being said, we know I'm going there. They're sending me there to lose. I'm not stupid, but guess what? I don't like, or I like being that spoiler. I like being the individual that's going to wreck the plan. So at the end of the day, it's not the first time that they've asked me to do this. So we're going to go there. We're going to make some waves, and we're going to come back, and you'll know who Titans are after that.